Hey everybody, I wanted to shoot this video kind of because of the crazy times we are experiencing right now. You know, a lot of people that care about me, family, friends, viewers, and things like that, they're a little bit concerned that they do see me in my videos kind of outside daily. And I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I'm doing to stay safe. You know, I'm really perplexed as the amount of, I don't want to say stupidity, what would be a better word? Is naivety, people being naive a better word for that? I'm amazed at how people are responding and acting toward this pandemic that's going around. It just blows me away how people are violating what the professionals are recommending. So this is kind of what I'm doing to prevent myself from getting the illness and from possibly contaminating other people. You know, first of all, I would like to say I assume I have it, and I'm asymptomatic or symptomatic or whatever you call it. You know, I'm not known for my perfect words, but you get the point. You know, and I also assume that everybody else has it. I don't let that bother me. It doesn't scare me. It's just the safer way to think. Number two, I trust that God is going to care for me and protect me. Now, if you don't have a daily relationship with God where He leads, guides, and protects you, heals you, and you know that He is your divine creator and your relationship with Him allows you to function in a certain way on this earth, don't go there. You know, don't be a C&E Christian and walk around thinking that God's got this for you. You know, you ain't got faith like that. Don't go there. Trust in the government like you usually do for your needs and your protections. You know, on the other half, I believe in trusting God. So that's why I'm at peace with what's. Back to a little bit about this illness and how people are not reacting as they should. Now, they're projecting that we may be able to, as a whole, maybe to get back to work by the end of May. Man, if people keep living the way they are, we won't be living until they have a vaccine. You know, a couple weeks ago, I was in California, 2.5 weeks ago. When all this hit the fan and they started telling people how it's primarily spread, let's say, for lack of a better term, I call it respiratory fog. If you could smell my breath or I could accidentally spit on you while talking, you too close. That's how this thing is spread, respiratory fog. So when they started educating people on how to deal with this and how to not catch it, I took it seriously. I began to socially distance myself as they recommended. I aggressively confronted people that would not back off and back away from me. You know, like I said in one video, if I could drop kick you, you're too close. And if you're too close, I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to let you be too close to me and infect me with what you got. You know, it's just pointless. You know, so it's things that we could do to help prevent it, and they're proving now that that stuff is working. However, people are taking some of the safety precautions and causing them to violate the other safety precautions. For instance, social distancing. 6 feet away. Heck, if I could stay 10 feet away, I'm 10 feet away. Trying to make sure I'm not downwind from you. So on and so forth. This is things that I could think up on my own. All because you have a mask on doesn't mean that you should be within 6 feet of me. So wear a mask and stay 6 feet away from me. You know, wear your gloves and don't touch things you don't need to touch. You know, you add these things to it. If everybody would take these precautions, follow them rigorously, we may be back to work July. You know, that's my guess. It'll continue to dwindle away. As long as there's new infections, we need to be very cautious and aggressive in taking the necessary steps not to receive and spread this illness. Okay, so got back from California into New Mexico. New Mexico is one of the lowest infected states. I think to date we have maybe 16 deaths. So I've been quarantined somewhat in the state of New Mexico, doing my social distancing. Even when I go in to communicate with my mother-in-law, I stay 6 to 10 feet away from her. It's just safe to do. I try to have conversations with her outside of her apartment while I'm in the lawn area of our apartment complex. I could talk to her while she's on her patio. I am the designated shopper. She don't need to go to the store. Diane doesn't need to go to the store. So I'm the one that goes to the store. I have limited my trips to the store. Instead of going every other day, I'm going maybe once, twice a week. When I go to the store, I put on my gloves, I put on my mask. When I have to pass someone, I put and turn away from them, kind of put my back to them. I'm not talking to anybody unnecessarily. I'm not asking to speak to the manager so I can complain about something. I'm not confronting workers thinking they're hiding toilet paper in the back. Get what you need and get out of there as quickly and safely as you can. Don't be lollygagging around the grocery store. If you got a mask, wear it properly. Cover your nose and your mouth. Why are people pulling their mask down to say something to somebody? Makes no sense. Are you brain dead? You know, how's your mask going to help you if you got it pulled down? I don't get it. The only time I wear my mask is if I'm indoors. Grocery stores, hardware stores, auto parts place, stuff like that. I wear my glove and my mask. If I'm outside alone, there's no need for me to have a mask on. If I'm going on my exercise walk, there's no need to have a mask on. There's no one else there that can contaminate me. Okay? So if I have to touch anything that the general public may have touched, I put my gloves on. Or I use a sanitary wipe to touch those things. Example, when I come in the gate area of my apartment complex, I got to enter a code. I use a sanitized napkin, or I put a glove on, or I punch the numbers with my key. I am not touching nothing that someone else may have touched. It's not necessary. Use your gloves if you're going to get gas. Wipe your hands down with sanitary wipes, antibacterial things, whenever you get back in your vehicle before you touch your steering wheel. And then when you get into your apartment, decontaminate yourself to the best you can. I even have a ultraviolet air purifier functioning in my car, known to kill germs, stuff like that. I've heard a rumor, somebody could try to verify this if possible, that this germ cannot touch salt without salt killing it, destroying its membrane around it or something. So if that's true, it may be a good idea to saturate or treat your mask with a salt solution if that'll help cut that down. I've heard rumors that that is possible. So do your part until there are no more reported cases of this thing infecting people. People are dying. Why do other people have to think for you? Why does the government have to tell you to wear a mask or to not wear a mask? You don't want to be dependent on the government. Use your brain. Think for you. Again, when you're in the area of other people, leave them alone. I mean, my brother-in-law came by here for me to fix something on his car yesterday. We kept our distance from each other. We could talk, have a good time, laugh, joke, share life problems. I could work on his car and we not be within 6 feet of each other. It's just not necessary. Stay away from people that you don't live with. People are asking the pros, when will we be back to normal? I'm here to tell you, there may never be a normal like it was. I've never been one that wanted to shake somebody's hand. If I did, I was looking for a sanitary wipe to clean my hands off anyway. But hey, that's part of our greeting people. Until they have a vaccine for this, or everybody gets it and recovers from it, we'll never be back to what we call normal. If you go outside, quit congregating. You're making it so that some of these areas have to have a curfew. They're starting to ticket and arrest people because they're gathered up in numbers greater than 5. Again, if these are people you don't live with, leave them alone. Keep your distance. Why do you not get this? Now, if you are a person with underlying health issues, be extra cautious. On another note, get yourself in a healthy position. If you're running around with high blood pressure, do things to get your blood pressure down. If you're running around with some other illness that exercise or a proper diet can help you recover from, get on that. Don't continue to live dependent on medication and have something like this come and wipe you out. So, in case you're not listening, if you're sick, stay home. I have no idea why people are going around sick with a fever. Most of the people around these sick people can tell that they're sick. Usually you get darkness around your eyes and stuff like that. Another thing I think they need to be doing is health screening for people that's going in crowded places. If you're going in Home Depot, if you're going in the grocery store, if you're going to work, they need to be screening these people. If you see somebody coughing and hacking and not covering their mouth, put them on blast or get them out of there. You know, they had that one guy that got infected because he was driving around somebody that was coughing on his bus without covering their mouth. Throw them off your bus. That's your bus. Throw them off. I have in the past seen people at work sick with the cold or flu. At the grocery store I normally go to, I will go get the manager, and I have done this, and said, look, hey, Sally or John or Tyrone over there is sick. Send them home. They don't need to be making everybody in the store sick with their cold or flu, and now this thing is even worse. So at places where people are working, the supervisor at the job can get one of these little infrared guns. It's ridiculous how easy this is and how quick it is to see if somebody coming to work has a fever. You take the thing, point it at their head, 3 or 4 seconds, read it. It'll tell you if they're running a fever. Now this one was off a little bit. Figure out how to get one that's accurate. And if somebody's running 100 or higher fever, send them home. It's ridiculous to have somebody at the job sick. So that's my take on this stuff. Be safe. Do what's necessary to keep the loved ones around you safe. Again, shop alone. If you got people in your house that want to get out and about, leave them in the car. Do something else to get out and about. Running extra people in and out of grocery stores is not good. So that's my take. I hope this information helped. Thanks for watching. Like, share, do what you need to do so that people can understand that this is serious and it's not going away until we do our part in letting this virus just be starved to death.